you all know each other in person? Like you're close to each other?
Yeah,
From college.
yeah,
We've
we
known each
all,
other since what 2008 or so.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we all went to school together. We all live in generally the same area.
Yeah. And where are you again? I forgot. Sorry.
My name is Chaz. I live in New Jersey. I went out to the University of Arizona for college. I
Oh,
did 2 years at a community college here in New Jersey, and then I
oh,
transferred over and did finish up my 2 years at Arizona. I also write. I write young adult novels. In October, I signed my first publishing contract. I have a multi-book publishing contract now, which is super exciting. So my debut is set to be launched in the fall of 2022 with another novel coming out a year and a half after that. And yeah, I love to make YouTube videos, make music, anything that's creative. Guys, I forgot to tell you, I'm 24. I forgot to say my age. I'm 24 years old.
oh,
24.
well,
And I
that
have
changes
Damn,
everything.
we're old as hell.
No.
I have SMA like John. Type 1 to 2. I was diagnosed
Okay.
like super young, but they usually say type 1, type 2. Yeah.
And that you had a concert story to tell.
Yeah, so last year, well 2019, in the fall of 2019, I went to a concert here in New Jersey to see you guys know that band?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love them. So me and a friend of mine, she absolutely loves them too. And when they run on sale, they're a bit of a punk rock band, and let's just say there was a lot of substances being passed around. Not that
Yeah,
I tried any of them, but like I
of
think
Not that we
course,
would judge you if you did.
of course, we've never done anything.
Yeah, we're all completely
We
innocent,
made it till we were 21, all of us.
free of interruptions to the world.
no, I just say because like I think that I kind of got like secondhand high, if that's even a thing. I don't know,
Oh,
but
it is.
like after the concert ends, I kind of felt a little bit dizzy and like kind of lightheaded, but we had to get out. So I usually when I'm in a crowded area, like even a movie theater, I always let everyone out first and just kind of hold back and like so I don't like get in anyone's way or like I don't bump into anyone. But the security guard comes up to me, my friend, and she's like, "You have to leave like right now." And I'm like, "All right, let me just let it clear out." Like everyone is funneling down this really steep ramp. Like I don't want to have any issues. She's like, "No, you have to get out right now. Like I'll make it way for you." So I'm like, "All right, whatever." So I start to go really slowly, and I go down the first ramp part, and someone bumps my hand, and I just go flying down the ramp, crashing
Oh,
in
yeah.
to people in front of me. And I stop on the platform, and my friend's like, "Dude, what the hell is happening?" And I'm like, I yell at the security, I'm like, "I told you, like, I didn't want anyone else around. Like, I don't want to hurt anyone. This is a super steep ramp." So she's like, "It's alright, this is your ramp." That's what she told me. "This is your ramp." I'm like, I don't know what the hell that means, but there's about 1,000 people on it right now. I don't know what you want me to do. I have my friend, like, fix my hand on the joystick, and I start going down the second part of the ramp. Someone bumps my hand again, and my jacket sleeve gets stuck on my joystick.
Oh no.
And all I could do, literally, I couldn't do anything except shut my eyes and just wait to impact and hit something. I'm just flying down the ramp, running over people. And at one point I just hit something. And I open my eyes, I have some dude pinned up against a cement wall. And I'm like, and he's like,
No,
"Yeah,
Jesus.
dude." Literally, he didn't even know what to do. He's like stunned. And my friend like races over and tries to back me up. The guy, his initial reaction was, he turned around and tried to fight me. I
There's
think
like,
that everyone was a little bit wasted. I'm like not sure if he was like sober or not, but he tried to fight me, and my friend, who was a girl, jumped in front of him and was like, "Dude, it's an accident. Like, get over it." And all I can imagine is that it's kind of like those cartoons where like you barricade through someone and you look back and they're all just lying dead on the floor with like crosses in their eyes. But that's kind of how it was.
It's a big cloud of smoke.
Yeah. And my friend and I were like, alright, let's just get the hell out of here. And we like raced out of the exit. During that entire time, my dad, who was sitting in the parking lot, is pulled up to the pickup area. And I'm like, get in, because we thought this dude who I hit was like gonna chase after us.
Yeah, John and I went to Lollapalooza a few years back. I don't know if I remember anything like that.
Do you was the headliner? I went to with our friends. It was so condensedly crowded at the stage. We could barely get close to it. My two friends, like, they both lifted me up. So I was, like, basically sitting on their leg, like one knee on each. I was just sitting on, like, to prop me up. At one point, another guy who clearly had too many, was like, you guys need help? I got you, buddy. And then, like, grabbed me from them. And I was like, guys, help me. And guys being abducted. I mean, he just wanted to help me see. Like, he grabbed me. He didn't realize, like, I have no neck control or trunk control at all. So he picked me up and I just, like, started flopping. Because, like, I couldn't hold myself up. And then they had to, like, quick run after him and grab me. I almost got abducted at the fan.
The best and the worst thing in the world is meeting a super intoxicated person that wants to help. Even if you're like a normal person, they're so trash, they wouldn't even know how to like even help you in general. One time I was at a bar for like this event, and the bar is on the beach, so like back patio of it is sand, but I was able to drive onto it, and I thought that the sand wasn't really that deep, and I was like, alright, this is fine. But I was sitting in one place for I don't know, like 2 or 3 hours, and then we were getting ready to go, and my tires were just spinning and spinning and spinning. Like I could not move at all. Like 10 drunk dudes come over out of nowhere, pick up my power kit and just shove it over the sand so I could get back on the sidewalk. I know, it's like, that's how they are. They want to help.
Do any of you guys have the issue where, like, if you're not sitting in your wheelchair, people can't tell that you would be in a wheelchair?
That's pretty obviously not for me.
When I was in college, I went to a friend's birthday party, and the apartment wasn't accessible, so my friend carried me up the stairs. I was on a couch, right? I was there before everyone else, but then a bunch of other people came, and people were having drinks and whatnot, and we were gonna go to a bar, right? And so this random person is like, oh, like, come with us, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm about to, right? And so the guy's like, I've been watching you didn't drink that much, like, come on, let's go. And so, like, the guy literally pulls my arm, and I'm like, wait, you don't get it, I can't get up. And he's like, no, you're not that drunk. And so my friend had to literally come in and like intervene so that this guy didn't pull me out of this couch.
Yeah, that's something
You should
that
give him a chance. He might have actually gotten you on your feet.
I don't know.
Kelly Moore just like yank his arm out of his socket.
I got 2 stories actually. Only one is about, intoxication being involved. But so one of the stories involves all of us, although Kushal, you were there and you were drunk at the time. So I don't know if you'll remember this.
I don't get drunk. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, definitely. So the first one, it was one of our trips to, which I know all of you, at least in some degree, remember. It was the first semester that we were all together, but we were going out to it was all of us. There had been a little bit of pre-gaming before we actually left. You were feeling no pain, Kush.
So just for Chaz, it's a very trashy hole in the wall bar that we frequented, yeah.
It was like 2 blocks away from our dorm. But
Yeah, it was close, and that's why we went.
No, I apologize. This is actually worse, because this was not this was now that I think about it. Yeah.
That's
so
a bit
this-
nicer, but still.
Yeah, maybe this actually makes it a worse story.
Anyway.
Dude, get
We were
out of
coming
the
in-
story.
We were coming in and we were going back towards like the middle section of the bar, past the jukebox, if you guys remember where that was.
Oh, you're
We were
fine.
heading towards the back, and Kush, you were in front of me. You rolled by one of the booth seats, and it was this guy and what I assume was his girlfriend. And they were talking. And he had his leg out like in the aisle, and you weren't paying attention and didn't really notice it, but you were zooming by and ran over this guy's foot, Um,
no. Sorry,
yeah.
random guy.
Yeah, if you're
And then you
out
had-
there watching, just know he
Yeah.
feels really bad.
He's so sorry. Gooch is actually a really nice guy. You ran over his foot, and then you had to stop because there were a bunch of people in front of us. So you were parked
I was
like
on his foot.
you couldn't get by, like crowd of people.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's gotta kill.
Well, no, you didn't stop on his foot. You stopped like a little bit in front of him. The back of your chair was still like by their table, and I think he thought you were just being a jackass because you didn't apologize. You didn't even look back. You obviously didn't notice, and he just sat there like staring at you for almost a full minute. And I'm behind you, and he actually like gives the back of your chair a really hard kick, and his girlfriend gives him like a look like, you asshole, why are you doing this? And I'm not as far gone as you at this point, but I have, a good stock of liquid courage in me, and I get pissed at this, and I tell the guy, what the hell is your problem? Why would you kick his chair? It was an accident. He kind of blows me off and goes back to trying to talk to his girlfriend, and so I get pissed at being ignored, and I make like I'm going to punch him and aim for his nuts, and my fist stops like 2 or 3 inches from actually tapping him, and him and I just get into a stare-off for about another 30 seconds. We still have people behind me, and is standing behind me and sees the whole thing
Yeah,
go down.
watch out, people. Ian has my back.
And then the crowd actually eventually kind of parts, and you continue on through. And was like, I'm sorry, they're both not feeling that great, and he actually starts trying to push me by, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I know exactly what the hell I'm doing. Stop, hey, cut it out. And we make it by without there actually being
And
a
then
funny
we
freaking out. But I love how that entire thing happened without you even realizing.
Were you really about to punch a guy?
Yes, my fist was like maybe 3 inches from his nuts.
I'm glad that didn't escalate.
And then
You guys have some crazy stories. I'm usually never alone. There's always someone with me, so I've never been in like those predicaments.
Even when you're not alone, it's like,
Yeah, like
yeah,
there's someone around, but
that's not always a safety net.
no.
Yeah.
like in my story, like my friend was just talking to someone else. He wasn't too far away. Good thing he intervened.
Yeah, the being alone thing is weird. Like, I used to do stuff like more independently, but now, like you said, someone's always around. So I think I find myself in less mortal danger than I used to.
Do you ever do you have
That's
days
another
where you
safety net.
are just like, it would be nice if I could have some like time just alone for once,
In the bathroom.
Has ever feel that way? Even when you're using the bathroom, like sometimes I'm just like, I just want to poop without someone there.
I usually tell my mom to like step outside, and she's usually right outside the bathroom door, and the door's like kind of shut.
I usually got someone like out in the kitchen, because the bathroom's like right next to it.
The only time I've ever actually been alone is probably like 15 years ago. My mom was leaving the house, and because she had an appointment, but she thought my dad had already come home from work. But she left without seeing that his car was in the driveway, and she pulled out, and they passed each other on the street, and they're like, who's home with Chaz? And I was literally home for like maybe 2.5 minutes.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't hesitate to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and we got more on the way. Until then, take care.